Good morning, folks. This is Naim. I'm Chief Market Analyst at AvaTrade, and welcome to our daily update on our YouTube channel. And as always, folks, before we begin, a bit of a housekeeping. Anything we shall be discussing in this particular video cannot be perceived as an advice. If you are seeking for one, please do consider consulting with your own financial advisor. So the big question among investors is that why are we seeing that big market crash, the big market sell-off? Why the markets are in that deep red territory? Because the DAX is down by nearly about 49 points. FTSE 100 is also down by 16 points, and the US futures, such as the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones Industrial Average, both of them are trading to the downside. In fact, if we look at the S&P 500 index, the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq on the weekly time frame, we see that all these three indices are on track to record their first a week of losses for the last 5 weeks, because for the last 4 weeks we have seen consecutive weeks of gains. And of course there was no doubt that the markets were going were gone too far too fast, and then there was a strong expectation of a retracement, and that is exactly what we are seeing. But the reason that we are seeing that sell-off is primarily because of the big new plan Joe Biden, the US president, said yesterday that he wants to increase those capital gains tax on the wealthy people to 43% from the current level of 39%. So the market literally tanked on that particular headline, because yesterday over in the United States we saw a massive sell-off for US stocks, where the Dow Jones closed well over 300 points. The S&P also dropped nearly 1%, and the Nasdaq also fell 1% as well. Today we are seeing all the European markets trading, all the European stocks pretty much trading in red territory, and that there's no sign of recovery. This is despite the fact that earlier today we saw the economic numbers coming very strong, and those economic numbers did show that yes, the recovery is taking place in the Eurozone. But bear in mind that the overall uptrend is very much in place, whether we are talking about the US markets or the European markets, and that means that any retracement in the market could very much be an opportunity to get back on this trade. Something which is immensely worrying me today is, and that has been worrying us for the last few days, is the sell-off that we're seeing in the crypto prices. And by that I mean the Bitcoin price, because yesterday, a few days ago, nearly 3 or 4 days ago, we saw a price cross below the 50-day simple moving average, and today we have seen the price further dropping below its 100-day simple moving average. Earlier today we have done a technical analysis as well, so I recommend you to have a look at that. Otherwise, I'll see you guys same place on Monday. Enjoy your weekend and have a wonderful weekend.